reconcile what you're carrying now, where you can reconcile your new reality and move forward with hope. If you're interested in joining the 5-day challenge, just click the link below and I will see you on the inside. Hi, friends. I'm Bethany Spencer. I'm a certified grief coach. I'm a mom of 5, and I'm a remarried widow. And if you're watching this, I'm guessing it's because you're navigating something incredibly hard, grief after loss. I want you to know that this is a space for you. And what we'll talk about today has been intentionally designed to meet you exactly where you are. Grief changes everything, your heart, your world, even your mind. If you felt stuck or foggy, overwhelmed, or like your emotions are running the show, you are not alone. What you're experiencing is often called widow brain. And today I'm going to explain what that is, why it happens, and how understanding it can be the first step toward relief and healing. You might feel sometimes, many times for me, like your mind is betraying you. It's forgetting things, making decisions feel impossible, or maybe you feel like you're constantly being pulled into these emotional spirals. This is what many widows call widow brain. And it's not a sign of weakness or failure. It's actually your brain's natural reaction to the intense stress and trauma of loss. When you experience a loss, your brain shifts. It goes straight into survival mode, which is really good. It's trying to protect you. The amygdala, the part of your brain that is responsible for processing emotions and sensing danger, it becomes hyperactive. It goes into like this overdrive. And so it's constantly scanning for threats, even though the loss has already occurred. And then at the same time, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision making and focus, can become overwhelmed or even shut down. And this is why you might be feeling forgetful. Making decisions feels really, really hard. Maybe you feel like you're stuck in a fog. Your brain is a good brain. It's actually trying to protect you by conserving energy and avoiding anything that feels too overwhelming. When you don't understand why you're feeling this way, though, it's easy to start blaming yourself, right? Why can't I get it together? What's wrong with me? Why am I still stuck? Why can't I get breakthrough? But when you realize that your brain is simply trying to protect you, it changes the narrative. All of a sudden, instead of fighting your mind, you get to learn how to work with it. And one of the first steps to healing is naming what's happening. So, this resistance, this fog, this overwhelm, this feeling of like I'm on a hamster wheel and I just can't get off of it, it's your brain's way of trying to keep you safe. And you get to actually say that to yourself. I do it frequently, and it brings me almost immediate relief. My brain is a good brain, and it's trying to keep me safe. When you name it, you can start to gently shift your perspective. Guys, your brain is incredible. It's adaptable, it's capable of change, and actually, through small intentional steps, you can begin to create new pathways that bring clarity and calm and confidence, not by erasing your grief. We're never going to do that. We're not trying to fix it. We're trying to learn how to flow with it. We're learning to live alongside of it in a way that feels manageable. So let me share one simple technique that you can start using today to calm your brain when you feel overwhelmed. I love this one. I use it, I used to use it several times a day. I still use it at least a few times a week. I've even taught it to my kids. It's called the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding exercise. And it's designed to bring you back into the present moment, out of the spiral and back here fully present. So the first thing that you do is you look around and you name 5 things you can see. I see my water bottle. I see my computer. I see my essential oils. I see my phone. I see a pen, right? And then you name 4 things that you can touch. I can touch my desk. I can touch my arms. I can touch whatever. And then you identify 3 things that you can hear, like the sounds of birds or your own breath. The next is 2 things that you can smell. Or if you can't do that, just imagine your favorite aromas if none are present. And then the last is identify 1 thing that you can taste. So I drank kombucha a little bit ago. I can still taste that. Okay. It can be a lingering flavor of coffee, tea, whatever that is. Guys, this exercise, it's so simple. You can do it anywhere, anytime, and it will help soothe your overactive amygdala. And that in turn will ground you in the present and kind of gently help pull you out of this emotional spiral and overwhelm. It's small. It might even seem insignificant, but it is a powerful technique towards calming your brain. Reminder, guys, you're not feeling stuck and overwhelmed because you're broken. That's not it at all. It's because your brain has been working overtime to protect you from further pain. And now, with just a little bit of understanding and a few practical tools, you can begin to work with your brain instead of feeling controlled by it. So imagine waking up tomorrow and thinking, oh my word, I finally understand why I feel this way. I understand what my brain is doing. I understand why it's doing it, and I know how and what to do about it. That is the power of understanding your widow brain. And it's the first step toward finding relief and clarity and hope. It's also exactly why I created the Grief Relief Challenge. Exactly why. I can't tell you how many widows and women have shared with me, oh my word, now that I understand how my brain works, I can work with it. I can give it what it needs. We are natural caregivers. It's how we're designed. And so, what a beautiful opportunity, if you really think about it, to understand how our brains work and how we can care for them. It's an extension of self care, but it's also a way that we can soften the edges of grief and soften the intensity in which we experience it and we respond to it. The Grief Relief Challenge, it's a 5-day journey. We're going to explore your very good widow brain in depth, and we're going to learn simple, practical, actionable ways to create relief and clarity in your everyday life. I'm talking about a Tuesday, right? Wouldn't it feel great to just move with your grief through the day? Instead of feeling like you're constantly being emotionally upended and dead-ended and stuck. We're going to cover things throughout the challenge, like why resistance feels so strong and how we can work through it, how we can calm our brains when they feel overwhelmed. Things like small steps that we can take to regulate our nervous systems so that our bodies and our brains are working together for good. This challenge, it's not about fixing your grief because we'll never do that. We're learning how to flow with it. It's about softening its grip on our life, but also learning how to live alongside it and putting you back in the driver's seat of your life, putting agency and authority back into your hands. Friend, just by watching this, you're already taking the steps, right? You're seeking understanding, and that understanding is going to help you move from survival, just survival mode, just like, can I just make it? I'm not even talking like make it through the day. Can I just make it the next hour to moving into and creating a life with clarity and purpose, a life that still has meaning. You are not broken. I want to say that like 5,000 times. You are not broken, and relief is possible. I would be honored if you would join the challenge. I would love to hold space for you and equip you in new practical ways so that you feel like you have the keys to the car of your life. If you're interested in joining us, click the link below. We will get you on the inside. I cannot wait to do this with you. Talk to you soon.